There's one number that defines the financial destiny of millions of people, and that number is $5,000. It may sound ordinary, but it's the line that separates those who live to pay bills from those who start building freedom. Have you noticed that even when you earn more, the money still seems to disappear by the end of the month? Have you ever felt like you work and work, yet never move forward? This video will show you exactly why that happens and how to turn the game in your favor once and for all. I'm going to reveal the $5,000 rule, the secret that separates those trapped in the survival cycle from those who achieve true financial independence. You'll understand what the rich do differently and how to apply the same strategy even if you're starting small. If you're ready to stop depending on your paycheck, organize your life, and start multiplying what you earn, watch until the end, because this might be the turning point that changes everything. It may sound random, but it's an invisible line that separates two completely different worlds. On one side are those who believe they earn well and live in an illusion of comfort. On the other side are those who understand that the real game isn't about how much comes in, but what you do with what comes in. Most people who earn $5,000 a month live as if they've already beaten the system, but then one emergency, one car repair, one bigger credit card bill, and everything falls apart. That's when you realize freedom hasn't arrived yet, because money is still in control. Imagine a man named Raphael. He's been working for years at a good company, with health insurance, a financed car, and a rented apartment. On paper, he looks stable, but when the month ends, he has less than $200 left in his account. He looks at his statement and wonders, how can I make $5,000 a month and still have nothing left? This is the trap of false stability. It's when your lifestyle grows with your income and comfort quietly turns into a cage. Raphael believes he's moving up, but in reality he's running in circles, in a loop where money comes, spins, and disappears. This is the reality for millions of people stuck at the same point. The $5,000 range has become the territory of stagnation. Most believe it's enough when in truth it's the edge of control. It's the amount that sustains the routine, but doesn't create freedom. And the most dangerous part is that the system wants you to believe that's the best you can have. It's the perfect number to keep you spending without questioning. Advertising convinces you that you have enough to consume, but not enough to invest. It's comfort disguised as success. And those who stay there for too long forget what growth feels like. But there's a turning point. It happens when you realize the problem isn't the 5,000, it's how you see it. The line between poor and rich isn't the amount, it's the mindset. Those who choose to use that number as a foundation to grow, escape the survival game and enter the building game. That's the difference between working for money and making money work for you. And that's exactly what the $5,000 rule will reveal to you in the next few minutes. The $5,000 rule begins with a shift in perception. Stop seeing your paycheck as a reward and start seeing it as a tool. While most people view money as fuel to pay bills, the wealthy see it as energy to build something bigger. This is the border between consumption and investment. People living on autopilot think investing is a luxury reserved for those who earn more, but those who understand the rule know that the game begins with what little you already have. The secret lies in dividing those $5,000 the same way an architect divides land, part for living, part for growing. And that division, when done with awareness, completely changes your financial destiny. Let's imagine you earn $5,000. If you save $1,000 a month, in a year, you'll have $12,000. Doesn't sound like much. Now multiply that by 10 years. That's $120,000, not even counting returns. That's not magic, it's discipline. The problem is, those who spend everything believing they deserve to enjoy life are trading future freedom for temporary pleasure. The $5,000 rule isn't about cutting, it's about directing. Because every time you invest, you're buying time, you're buying freedom. The poor think at the end of the month, the rich think at the end of the decade. And that simple difference in perspective separates two worlds. The wealthy aren't afraid of having money left over. They're afraid of having month left over. That's the mindset that turns the same $5,000 into an empire. While most fight to maintain their lifestyle, those who master the rule create their own system of multiplication. First, they pay off debt. Then they build an emergency fund. Next, they turn their investments into soldiers that work for them. Money starts generating money, and time stops being an enemy. That's how an ordinary worker becomes the owner of their own destiny. Because wealth isn't luck, it's strategy, repeated with patience and long-term vision. That's the essence of the $5,000 rule, using the same amount that keeps most people trapped to free those who understand the game. When you start treating your salary as a seed, not a prize, the result is inevitable: growth. It's the beginning of a new cycle, where money no longer dictates your choices but follows your direction. If you want to learn how to master this mindset and turn what you earn into independence, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell, because here you learn how to make money serve you, not the system. The true secret of the $5,000 rule isn't in your bank account, it's in your mind. That's where the game changes. When your mindset shifts from surviving to expanding, the wealthy don't see money as something that runs out, but as something that circulates and grows. They don't ask for a raise to spend more, they ask to invest better. And here's the most interesting part. Many of them started earning the same as any ordinary worker. The difference is that while most people complained about the lack of opportunities, they used every single dollar as a tool to buy freedom. That mindset turns a fixed income into a staircase towards something greater. Imagine that with the same $5,000, someone decides to start a small business, launch an online project, or learn a new skill that increases their market value. Suddenly the paycheck stops being the ceiling and becomes the floor. That's where the real divide lies between the poor and the rich. The poor live off income, the rich live off results. Money multiplies when it's put into intelligent motion. A well-placed investment, a new skill, a small business. Everything begins with the decision to use what you have instead of waiting for what you don't. The power lies in starting, even small, but with a big vision. Those who understand the secret of the $5,000 rule begin to see money as both a spiritual and strategic ally. Every choice becomes an act of building, every expense a test of awareness. The rich don't buy status, they buy time. They don't flaunt comfort, they build freedom. And the most powerful truth is that anyone can apply this rule. It's not about luck, inheritance, or connections. It's about deciding to stop living off a paycheck and start living with purpose. Once you understand that, money loses its control over you, and you finally take command of your financial life. The $5,000 rule isn't a myth, it's a map. A map that separates those who live putting out fires from those who build their own empire. And now that you know the secret, the next step is to act. Organize, invest, multiply, and watch your financial life transform before your eyes. Because the power was never in how much you earn, but in how you think about what you earn. If this video made you think differently and brought you value, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell, because here you'll learn how to master your money and build your freedom.